Hey y'all, it's about 90 degrees in Tennessee here today, and I love this time of year because I get to see all the flowers coming out. The wasps are definitely active, so if you see me swat, it's because they're doing their thing right now. So I wanted to share a little bit about what I posted earlier today referencing armored leadership, and I want to talk a little bit about what armor looks like for a leader when they put it on. So I'm going to reference how I used armor in my career. One of my favorite pieces of armor to don was the perfectionism armor. And what I mean by armor is whenever I was in fear or afraid of how I was showing up at work, instead of honoring that, I would go to the closet and grab some armor and put it on to protect myself, because vulnerability was scary for me as a leader. It wasn't something I knew how to lean into, but I definitely knew how to protect myself from anyone hurting me, for sure. And there are lots of different pieces of armor that we can choose from our closet, and mine was perfectionism among many. And perfectionism armor for me, the way that it looked was whenever I was afraid and working on something maybe that made me feel proud, but I was afraid of how other folks would receive it, I would put on my armor, perfect the work that I was working on, so much so that it would sometimes immobilize me. So sometimes I would miss deadlines because I was so focused on making sure the work was perfect. But I knew as long as I perfected whatever I was making, that it kept me safe from feedback. So what I mean by that, if you think about that, is that if I perfected my work, there was no way you could come at me if I didn't do something right, because I spent so much time perfecting it. When the reality was, I knew the work was good, I wasn't sure how well it would be received, and if anything, I was protecting myself for getting feedback that maybe felt like my work wasn't good enough. So what I learned about that experience was not only did I shut myself off from the learning process of something new I was creating, but I was also shutting myself off from others to give me feedback, because as long as I was wearing the perfectionism armor, there was no way you could come at me. I got everything just right and just perfect. So now I don't pick up that piece of armor. I recognize I'm going to make mistakes because I'm human. I do work hard at making sure that there's value in my work, but I also work hard now at being open to feedback and getting other folks' point of view. So that's a little bit of my experience with wearing armor. I hope this was helpful for you. Take care.